welcome back to FiddleUP. My name is Emerald Ray, and today we're going to work on this beautiful Métis tune. And as far as I know, this one doesn't have a name. I couldn't find a name for this one, and I don't think anyone else has it either. Everybody else that I know that has recorded this just calls it the Métis tune. And if you don't know what Métis is one of the indigenous tribes of Canada, and this tune comes out of that tradition. There's a lot of fiddling in that tradition. It's sort of a indigenous and European crossover culture. So this is a beautiful tune from there, and it's played in Quebec, and I actually first heard it from one of my favorite old-time fiddle players, Bruce Molsky. So I play a very similar version to what Bruce played, because Bruce did all these beautiful double stops that we're going to do. But if you hear other versions from Canada, they may not have this strong B minor flavor in the beginning of it. And that is not me. I got that from Bruce. So and then I've added my own little doodads, and I'll take you through all of that right now. So you might have been listening to that tune and going, what the heck is going on? That's not normal. It's a crooked tune, and crooked tunes are just tunes that have an extra part stuck on them or something subtracted. So they're not a normal 16 or 32 bar form. And this one is definitely like that. And though there's lots of transcriptions of this stuff, I kind of like to just feel tunes like this out. I kind of think of them in terms of phrases and don't worry too much about where the bar line is supposed to go. And honestly, I think that's the best way to go. There is a certain feel for these things, and you'll feel where the emphasis is. And if you can just sort of break down those little frames in your mind of where the bar lines go, then it's really easy to snap into not only tunes like this, which are crooked, but also odd meters. So that is something we will be discussing at a later date also. So let's start off with this tune. The basic melody is... So that is, as far as I can tell, 10 pulses there. So da 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 da. That's 4. So that was 6. So that's how I think of this tune. I think of it as being 4 and then 6. So da dum ba da dee 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 da dee 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 da 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 ba dee da dee da dee da 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 dum dum ba dee da dee dee da da dee 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 da 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 dee da 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 da. So that second half of the A part is actually 8. So that's good. Yay. So you only have to worry about the first part. But honestly, the first part feels so natural. Like, to me, that feels like an easy crooked one. It's nice when they're easy and they kind of just roll off the bow. It's hard when you got to count, So we'll start off. So that second phrase, you get that really nice up bow action going there. So it's hard to get into that if you're not double stopping. So let's talk about the double stops first. So, ooh, I love that. Just getting right into that tension-y 7th right there. So that's a B minor and F sharp on the top 2 strings. And then I'm hammering on with an A there, so it's nice and snappy. So if you notice, there isn't a whole lot of ornamentation here. I'm kind of letting the tune speak for itself on purpose. There's more I could do, but honestly, it doesn't need it. So it's really important to remember too, if you go to music school, you will learn that, silence in music is the most important thing. Stuff like that, being quiet and listening. And sometimes backing off and not doing all the stuff is a really good move and a really good place to start too. So as much as I will be encouraging you to go crazy with your ornamentation so you can get it under your fingers and you can get fluent with it, there will be times when I say, hey, maybe we should just lay back on this. So this is one of those great moments. So that was just one tiny little ornament, and see if I can find it. So tiny little third finger trill. So what I'm really thinking about there is that kind of crazy bow rhythm there. I'm kind of trying to dig that in the ribs, so you get some lift there. And then I'm going to go up to that double stop on the top again. And you can just repeat, but I like to change the timing there. I think it's important to do something different there. So you can do any old thing, but that's what I fall into. And because I just want to hang on that all day, that B to A thing. I love that. I can just hang there all day. So right there. That's how technically, if you write this out, that's probably how it would be done. But when you're going fast, you don't have time for that. Right now, you can't. I mean, maybe somebody better than me can do it, but I can't. So I just kind of like zhuzh through it. And kind of go in old time style at the end and putting a nice little pulsing bow in. All right, so let's start from the top of the A part. I'll do that all slow. So in an effort to put in as many double stops as possible, and I'm not trying to get that D to ring, but sometimes it goes anyway. So let's see if we can back up a little bit. So that's what I'm doing is a E and a B double stop in the middle two strings, hammering on a C sharp there. That's what it should sound like. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to settle in. Okay, so let's try the whole thing slow. once you get done with all of that, then all you're going to do is play it faster, and all of that stuff just really shines through. I love this tune so much. So I hope you're getting used to that form too, with the little crooked part in there. But you know, it feels so natural to me. This doesn't even feel like a crooked tune, and maybe that's because I'm used to it. If you're not used to it, you might be feeling awkward there. But I just feel like this tune, it has a really natural roll to it. So, second part, the B part. So wailing away on those D double stops here. So doing a nice little with on the nice D chord there. And then so at this point you might be going, okay, what's going on? So it's the same thing. Wait a minute, let's do that again. Oh, there's an extra one even. See, I didn't even notice that, and that's the beauty of these tunes. Okay, so there's the seventh thing happening here, and you know, count it out if you want and get all crazy with counting it out. Honestly, I think it's better to not do that, which is why I'm sitting here teaching this tune and I haven't actually done it. I'm not thinking of it that way, and like I've been saying before, fiddle players don't think about stuff. Don't think about numbers and letters as much. It's not that none of them do. I certainly do think about, you know, there's tons of, you know, very, you know, schooled musicians, but you don't have time to think about all that. It's much easier to just go ahead and sing through and figure out what it means to you. Do you know what I mean? So I almost don't want to apply a form to it for you, because you should be listening to it and figuring out what makes sense in your head. I personally think that's a better method. But let's try to break down this B part anyway. So we have that part. That part's pretty straight. And then here's the part that's squirrely. I know that's a lot, but it's better to take it in that chunk, I promise you. Here we go. So once you get that part kind of down and memorized, then you can think about the bowing. Try to hit some of those up bows. Okay, so let's take the first half of the B part here. Let's do that one more time for good luck. Okay, moving on. Okay, so here's another squirrely part. Let's try that again a couple of times. And one more time for good luck. Okay, cool. So we are actually through the B part. Phew. Let me play it for you slowly, the whole thing, so you can see what it sounds like. Okay, so beyond those couple little things I was throwing in there isn't much more to do with this besides just make it faster and just give those up bows more oomph as you get into it. This is kind of the first part is kind of the prima donna of the situation. There's always like one part that's kind of the showpiece, and then it's nice to kind of relax in the B part. So the B part, as much as there's kind of some squirrely crookedness happening, you can relax in that part and not, it doesn't have to be as crazy and wild as the first part. It's kind of nice to have a balance of a little bit wild and then a little bit mellow. You know what I mean? So let's try the B part again. All I do is that do da 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 da. I give that a big push. And in giving that big push, I do a big slur afterwards because I kind of have to get out of it. Hard to slow this stuff down. It's kind of like when you're step dancing and you try to teach it real slow and you can't do it anymore. Can't do it that slow anymore. It's so much more work to play this stuff slow. So let's play this all a little bit faster. Let's start from the beginning of the tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to make sure we get through this tune twice through because I want you to see how the B part goes into the A part. I don't normally do this in the videos, but because this one's crooked, I want to make sure that you know exactly how long that last note is. So let's do it faster. You can do it with me if you want to, and I'll do it twice so you can hear what's going on there. 2, 3, 4. and there we have it. That is our beautiful Métis tune for the day. I hope you enjoy this one as much as I do. I hope everyone learns this tune because not very many people know this tune. So that's why I wanted to put it in, because I want more people to play this tune. It's so stunning and I love it so much. And next time I see you, let's play it together. It's one of my faves for having a surprise, another person that knows this tune. So everyone learn it and we'll play it together. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.